Hi, I'm Sarah, and I actually don't think this is my real voice.
This right here is one of the main reasons that Black women are considered to be angry and aggressive, because we speak in our natural tone. The person I stitched in this video goes on to talk about how they realize that they've been speaking in this fake like customer service voice, and that they've decided that they want to start using their real natural deep tone. And all of the comments are from other women being like, oh my God, yes, I do this all the time. What is it? Why do I do it? And a few people have pointed out, like, this is something we do culturally, where we tend to raise our voices to seem more pleasant, to seem less aggressive, so that, people that we don't know are comfortable around us. But what's missing from the discussion in those comments is the aspect of white supremacy. This whole like corporate talk phenomenon that we experience, that is a direct result of white supremacy. Corporate culture is white supremacy. Conformism of corporate culture, the, changing who you are authentically to fit into this corporate box, that's just white supremacy. But pretending that everything's fine when it's not really fine, that's white supremacy, right? What we call professionalism, right? Putting a smile on it, even though you're being totally disrespected, that's white supremacy. And most of the women in her comments were white women saying, yeah, I do this too, I do this too. It's because of white supremacy. White supremacy has stolen white women's voice. That's why y'all be out here like, Meanwhile, your real voice is like deep as fuck, just like mine. It strips your power away. It makes you more palatable to white men, because remember, they're the ones that created white supremacy and the concept of professionalism and corporatism. And it strips away your sense of authority, right? Because if you're always talking like this, and you're trying to where's your authority? Stand in that fucking base, bitch. And that's why Black women, that's one of the reasons why we are always demonized, because we don't do that. We don't do that. I mean, of course, some of us do when we have to, when it's time to get that money. But for the most part, we're going to speak with that bass in our voice. So if you're a white woman, or any woman, honestly, but especially a white woman or a non-Black woman who engages in this, who catches yourself always raising your voice and, making yourself more palatable to strangers, I encourage you to work on speaking in your true voice and taking one more piece of your power back from this fucked up ass system.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I actually don't think this is my real voice. It is the voice that I use when I talk to people and when I'm like at work and when I'm talking and blah, 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 blah. But I'm pretty sure that this is not my real voice, and that's why my throat hurts literally all of the time. I want to try to use the voice that I use just for myself more often. Hold on. I'm going to see if there actually is a difference, because I don't know. Okay. When it's just me and I'm just talking to myself, this is how I talk. And the other way that I speak feels so like performative. And I'm kind of wondering if part of why I do it is because it like people react better to it. But I kind of want to start talking like this more, but like I don't even know where to begin. Because I think it's I think it's a nervous thing.
Okay, sorry for responding to this so fast, but I saw this comment and immediately I was like, this, because I don't know how to there's I have different modes, or I don't know. I don't even know. And that's why I'm really agreeing with the people that are talking about masking rather than customer service, because I get that it's a customer service voice, but truly I think it's I don't know how to articulate it. I don't know how to, it's I have three voices, okay? I have this voice where I'm blah, 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 so fast, da, 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 okay? And then this still doesn't feel like my natural speaking voice. It feels like my vocal cords aren't even moving at all. Also, I'm trying to be quiet, I have roommates. But then when I'm with the girls or at work or something, that's when I'm more hi, how are you? And then when I'm by myself and I'm not trying to talk really fast, blah, 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 then that's when it's deeper. And I don't even think that in any of my videos that I've used my actual legitimate speaking voice. I think all of it, even in my original video, I think all of it is still like pitched up just a little bit, because I don't know how to mix things. I don't know how to use my regular speaking voice and be excited. Anyway, this, that. Anyway.
Thank you. I enjoyed our Zoom call, and I love your jacket. The sparkles are amazing. I wanted to find out who made it later. But I think the most important thing is they need access to therapy, counseling, mentorship, and other community-based programs.
Paris Hilton is a great example of what we're talking about. Notice how she went from sounding like just, a regular old person to having like that authority in her voice suddenly. Suddenly, like you feel like you gotta take a old girl seriously, huh? That is exactly what the males are afraid of, right? A man, he doesn't have to take the Paris Hilton who is asking about this sparkly jacket. Like, he doesn't have to take her seriously. But the bitch that was talking about getting some funding, yeah, my ears is perked. And men, especially white men who created this patriarchy, men are terrified of women who speak with bass in their voice. They call those women intimidating. You're so intimidating. No, Bookie. She's not intimidating. You're intimidated. Imagine if white women were out there talking to their husbands with Paris Hilton 2.0 voice. There would be no such thing as nagging, because motherfuckers would do it on the first motherfucking time.